What is going on, everybody? We are back with ENAGS versus the NFL, where I give my picks. Today I'm with my mom.
Hi.
She's gonna give her picks too. I got bored of doing it by myself, so she's gonna stay with me. Mom's been a pretty good bettor this year. We've done first touchdown in a bunch of games. You got Adam Thielen in the Vikings game. When was that? I forget who they played.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
2 or 3 weeks ago, Mom got Adam Thielen was first touchdown scorer. She got Elijah Mitchell in the Niners Rams game.
Yep.
She got that one. So 2 big bets right there. So we're gonna see if she's good at picking a money line, because I'm gonna pick the spread. I'll do my picks, and then she'll give her who do you think's gonna win. So the first game is Cowboys at the Washington football team. The Cowboys are 4.5-point favorites. The only guy on the injury report for the Cowboys is Tony Pollard, who's questionable. For the football team, the only big ones are J.D. McKissick and Curtis Samuel and Landon Collins are all questionable. Same with John Davis, the rookie. This game seems like it should be more in favor with the Cowboys, but that kind of makes me like the football team here. Who do you like?
I like the football team.
You think the football team's gonna win?
Yeah, I think Heineke's gonna pull it out.
Mom is gonna pick the football team. I am gonna say that the Cowboys win the game, but I think the football team covers 4.5. I think it's a really close game. I think it'll be divisional. Football team needs this game a little bit more than the Cowboys, but I think they're just more talented, so I think the Cowboys pull it out, but the football team covers. Okay, next game on the list, we have the Jaguars at the Titans. The Titans are 8.5-point favorites, big spread. It doesn't even say if Brandon Linder's in or out, but it just says he's on the report with a back injury. Zach Cunningham, their newest pickup, is out for the Titans, but I think Julio is playing this week, or he's activated. I don't know if he's going to play or not, but that'll be interesting to see. I think the Titans are going to want to cover this game. Jaguars are terrible. They had a bunch of stuff come out this week that Urban Meyer is getting in fights with players and coaches, that they're arguing all the time, so that's not good. They are a dumpster fire of a team. So I think Titans want to cover. What about you?
I definitely think the Titans are going to cover.
The Jaguars are awful. They might be the worst bad team I've seen in a long time. And I mean, I think they have more talented players than the Texans, but they are bad. And the next game, speak of the devil, I was just talking about the Texans. It is the Seahawks at the Texans. Seahawks are 8.5-point favorites. Big injuries from this game is Jamal Adams is out. Travis Homer is out. Quandre Diggs is questionable for the Texans. I know they said they're starting Davis Mills from now on for the season. I don't know what's wrong with Tyrod, but apparently they just aren't going to start him, which I think is a terrible decision. So for that alone, I think I'm going to take the Seahawks and take them minus 8.5. They're a really bad football team too. They're ones where at the beginning of the draft process, when you're looking at it, I have no idea who they're going to take because they are so bad that I don't know what's the pick. So I'm going to take the Seahawks and take them minus 8.5. What about you?
I'll take the Seahawks too.
Okay. Mom's taking the Seahawks. Any rhyme or reason, or is it just because the Texans stink?
I think it could be an upset, but I will take the Seahawks.
You think they're going to up?
I do. I think the Texans could upset them, but we'll see.
The next game we have the Raiders at the Chiefs. Chiefs are 9.5-point favorites. For the Raiders, Darren Waller is out. Carl Nassib is out. Denzel Perryman is doubtful. There's the big ones for the Chiefs. Nobody huge is out right now, so that's big. This game I think is going to be a big bounce back game for the Chiefs, even though they won last week against the Broncos. I think they continue this roll going. I think this is where the offense starts to kick into gear. Only scored 22 against the Broncos, but the Broncos are a really good defense. I think the Raiders are kind of falling off a cliff here, and I expect the Chiefs to come out in full force and probably whip them in this game if I'm being 100% honest. So give me the Chiefs, give me minus 9.5, probably take them like minus 15. I just feel really good about the Chiefs right now. I don't really know. What do you think?
I think the Chiefs will win, but I don't think they're going to cover.
So you think the Raiders cover the 9.5?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make that a mark for this game. Mom's taking the Raiders to cover. Moving right along, we have the Saints at the Jets. I think they said Taysom Hill was playing through like mallet finger or whatever, and I don't even know what that is, so it doesn't sound good.
I don't know what that is either.
Yeah. But Ryan Ramczyk is out, so that's huge at their best tackle. Probably one of the best offensive players as of right now this year. And the Jets have a really long list of injuries. Trying to see if anybody huge is going to be out. John Franklin Myers having a pretty good season. Elijah Moore is questionable. Same with CJ Mosley and Sheldon Rankins. Those are some pretty big guys. But honestly, I'm going to pick the upset here. I'm going to say the Jets win and cover this game. I don't think the Saints are very good, especially on the offensive end. I think that they're a better defensive football team, and I think the Jets are kind of getting kind of hot right now. Not crazy because they're the Jets, but I just don't think the Saints offense is very good. Taysom Hill's not a great quarterback, and especially if he's going to be starting, I kind of like the Jets defense to get after him a little bit and maybe pick the upset this week.
I'll take the Saints to cover.
You think the Saints win and cover 5.5?
Yep.
I think the Jets are going to keep it close. This one could be a game where I see the Saints winning, but I think the Jets are like for sure going to cover.
I take the Saints and the 5.5.
We have the Falcons at the Panthers. Panthers are 2.5-point favorites. I hate this game because both of these teams kind of stink, and I have no idea who's good and who's not. This is going to be a game where I don't think you learn anything about either team. I know the Panthers just fired Joe Brady, who's their offensive coordinator. So I don't know. I think so. I don't know. I'm going to take the Falcons and the plus 2.5 just because I think both teams stink. And I think the Falcons might stink a little bit less, especially on the offense side of the ball. Christian McCaffrey's off for the season for the Panthers, so that is what it is. I'm going to take the Falcons literally as an I don't know game. I don't know. Agree. You think Falcons?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we have the Ravens at the Browns. The Browns are 2.5-point favorites, which is a little surprising, but not really when you look at the Ravens' injuries. They are super banged up this week. Marlon Humphreys just got put on IR, so I think he's going to be out the rest of the season. I'm trying to see their other big injuries. Patrick Ricard's questionable. Nick Boyle's questionable. Everybody else, but their cornerbacks are already super thin, so that's not good. For the Browns, I know Newsome is now out, so that's pretty big news for them. Besides that, they look to be full strength. I don't know how good Baker is. That's kind of my thing here. Is I don't really know if Baker's...
I forgot the tight end was out for the Browns, too.
So, Mom, I'm not sure. Is that even on this thing?
No.
It's not. David Njoku is out. Mom was right about that one. I don't know. I don't like this game at all. I think it's going to be a close divisional game as usual. 2.5-point spread. They think it's going to be close. I don't really know how I feel about this game at all. Do you?
The Browns are going to win.
That's kind of my thought. Is I think the Browns are going to win and cover. I think the Ravens are severely injured, and I think maybe Baker has a bit of a bounce back game. I highly doubt it, but I think if they can run the ball really efficiently against the Ravens, I think they'll win the game. They can kind of take the time off the clock, ice it that way. And last time they played Lamar, he threw 4 picks, and they still didn't win. So, I mean, that doesn't bode well for them. But if they can get the same kind of pressure on Lamar, force them to make some errors, I think the Browns can capitalize as long as they keep it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree.
Moving right along, the Giants at the Chargers. The Giants have a bunch of injuries. Adoree Jackson, Kadarius Toney, and Daniel Jones are all out. I know Mike Glennon is questionable, so they don't know if he's going to go yet. He has a concussion. So it's either going to be Mike Glennon or it's going to be Jake Fromm. It's Jake Fromm from Georgia is their other guy they might start. So Kenny Golladay and Sterling Shepard are both questionable. The Chargers, Asante Samuel's out again for second week in a row. Big news for them. But besides that, everybody else seems good to go. I think I saw a little bit ago that Mike Williams is going to play. So I think the Chargers win and cover here. If they don't kind of beat the Giants badly, I kind of have some questions about them. But I think they will. I don't think that's going to be a point of concern for me. I think the Giants are just going to be outmatched in this game, especially with Mike Glennon or Jake Fromm here. I think the Chargers whoop them.
I think the Chargers will win, but I'm not sure they'll win by 10.
You think the Giants are going to cover 10?
I think they're going to fight.
I could see a game where the Giants cover.
And you've seen the Chargers flip-flop. So, I mean, they do flip-flop.
I think the Chargers are going to win and cover. You think the Chargers win, but Giants cover 10? 10's a lot of points.
10's a lot of points. I don't think they're going to win by 10. I don't think they're going to win.
Mom thinks Giants cover, Chargers win.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Who's out for the Lions?
Everybody. Next game, we have the Lions at the Broncos. Broncos are 10-point favorites. I'm pretty sure someone said at one point the Lions had 22 players out of practice this week, so they have a ton of guys banged up. I think they said they had a flu outbreak, and it wasn't COVID.
They are. They're all illness.
Yeah, I think there was a flu outbreak, so I think most of them are going to play, but I know that DeAndre Swift is actually going to be out. Hawkinson's doubtful. There are a ton of guys that were questionable with illness, so I think they're all going to go.
Wow.
Bradley Chubb's questionable. Same with Melvin Gordon the third for the Broncos. I think the Broncos are just going to run with Javonte Williams. He was insane last week against the Chiefs, even though they lost. I think the Broncos want to cover here. The Lions won their Super Bowl last week. They won a game. I don't think they win one last season. They are very, very bad. I just think they're outmatched here, and I mean they should be okay with that. Lose out, get the first pick, and have a day.
Unfortunately, I agree with you completely.
Yeah,
that's bad.
They won their Super Bowl, and everybody's injured here. Well, I mean, not everybody's injured, everybody's sick, but I think the Broncos win and cover.
I agree.
The next game is the game I'm sadly going to be attending. It's the 49ers at the Cincinnati Bengals. The 49ers are 1.5-point favorites, and it got flexed to 425, so I'm not going to get home until late, and we're going to lose. It's going to suck. The 49ers are going to be missing Elijah Mitchell, Emmanuel Mosley, so they're missing a lot of their corners. I know they just said another one's going to be out a little bit ago. I forget who it was.
Deebo Samuels is out.
He's not out. He's questionable. It's Dante Johnson. He is out. Deebo Samuel, they said, I think he's going to be game time decision, so they don't know what's going on there. For the Bengals, Chris Evans is out. Logan Wilson is out. Tyler Shelvin, I'm pretty sure, is out. Marcus Bailey is going to be out. I think they moved both of them. Chidobe Awuzie, T. Higgins, and Joe Mixon are all questionable. I think Chidobe and T are going to go. Haven't heard much about Joe Mixon, so don't know there yet. But I don't think the Bengals are going to win this game. I think this is a Niners game that I think they're going to control most of the clock. I think George Kittle might have the biggest game of his life. So take every George Kittle prop. I think he's going to feast on the Bengals secondary, especially with Logan Wilson being out, best defender pretty much in the linebacker room. Jermaine Pratt had a really good week last week against the Chargers, but I just think George Kittle is the best tight end in football when he's healthy, and he is. Showed that last week against the Seahawks. Even though they lost, I think George Kittle goes off, and I think they dominate the time of possession. So I think the Niners win and cover this game. What about you?
I disagree. I think the Bengals are going to come out and Joe's going to redeem himself from his play last week. And I think he is going to throw for 3 touchdowns, if not 4. And I think the Bengals are going to win.
I like the hot take. So you think the Bengals cover 1.5 and win the game?
Yep.
Okay, again, another game when we're on the opposite side here.
And I'm not even the Bengals fan.
The next game is we have the Bills at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are 3.5-point favorites. Not a huge injury list for the Bills, so that's good for them. For the Buccaneers, Jordan Whitehead is out. Ryan Jensen is questionable. Same with Jamal Dean. Everybody else, pretty low-key. I still think the Bucs secondary is beat up, but I don't know here. This is a game where I think the Bills lose. They're in real trouble. Buccaneers think this will be a good win for them, but I don't think there's the same level of urgency that I think the Bills have, so that's where I kind of questionable about this game. I think the Buccaneers secondary, since they're so banged up, leaves them susceptible for the Bills to hit big plays, especially since it's in Tampa. I think they're going to throw the ball a lot more since last week the Bills played in that terrible weather game.
That's true.
So I don't really know. What do you think off of this one?
I kind of agree. It's an up-in-the-air game. I think
I could see either of them winning.
Yeah, but I'm going to take the Bucs.
You think the Bucs win and you think
they're
they
going to cover? Yeah.
I think that...
I mean, Gronk played out of his mind last week.
He did. Who'd they play?
I don't even
remember now. I'm going to be on the opposite side again, because why not? No, I think the Buccaneers are going to win. I think the Bills' run defense is really bad. I think Buccaneers are going to run all over them.
I think so.
I think it could be a close game. This could be one where I see the Bills doing like a backdoor cover or something, but I'm going to take the Buccaneers too, so we are finally on the same side. Right here, we have the Bears at the Packers. Packers are 12.5-point favorites, biggest spread of the week. Andy Dalton's out full, same with Marquise Goodwin, so they are starting Justin Fields. Keem Davis is questionable, same with Mark Edwards Jr. For the Packers, Randall Cobb and Bakhtiari are out. Devondre Campbell is questionable. I don't think there's much to say in this game. I think the Packers are going to win, and I think they're going to blow them out.
Go, Pack, go!
Mom, I think, is easily going to take the Packers. So I just think the Bears are bad. I think Nagy is going to get fired at the end of the season. I don't think they have a ton to play for. Maybe Justin Fields has some magic in him, but I just don't see it happening in Lambeau on Sunday Night Football.
No way.
And the last game of the week, we have the Rams at the Cardinals, Monday Night Football. One of the better games of the week. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch this one. This one, again, I don't know what to think. I think the Cardinals don't need this game as badly as the Rams. The Rams have also been reeling for the past month, so this will be interesting to see. They had a big bounce-back game against the Jags, but I'm not sure if that counts.
That doesn't count.
So I don't know here. There's not a ton of huge injuries. Neither team is super banged up. So I don't really know who's going to win this game.
Well, I think the Rams are going to win this game because I'm a Packers fan and I really want the Cardinals to lose so that the number 1 seed becomes more available. So I am taking the Rams to cover.
Okay. I really don't know. This is going to be a toss-up game. I think if Kyler Murray plays like he did against the Bears, I don't think the Rams are going to be able to win. I think he played insane against the Bears, but again, also the Bears. I don't know.
With the Rams defense, they have no reason not to be able to stop Kyler Murray no matter what he throws at them.
That's
Truly,
true.
They have no excuses.
I think you talked me into it. I'm going to take the Rams too. This one is a game I could see the Cardinals winning and maybe blowing out, but this is also a game I could see either team blowing out. It's a divisional game. I think it's going to be close. So we both picked the Rams to win and to cover on Monday Night Football. And that's going to be it for this week. Week 14 in the books. There's only 4 weeks of the NFL regular season left. That makes me depressed. I'm not going to think about it until it gets to the end. But appreciate my mom for helping me out with this video. Didn't want to do it by myself. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what picks you guys think we got right, got wrong. I know you guys will tell me on Monday which ones I got wrong. So appreciate you guys for watching. And until next time, peace out and stay safe.
Bye.